Hello friends everyone, good morning. I hope all are well. I always say this is Mokadesh Education. Mokadesh Education always will give you new thoughts and idea. How you develop your mindset. Two girls and one little boy are there in front of me. They also watch me what I am so doing. If I say what I am doing, why you are worried? You think why you are worried what I am doing. So I always say many things, and today's practice I will say to you how you increase your mindset, how you develop your thinking. And says thinking is very difficult. We people, we want to be in our life very successful, but we never. And after teenager, we leave our uh, ambition and success. There is so many obstacles uh, will come, but we don't know. But how we solve our obstacles and our things. There's a many offshore things will come, and maybe it may be something else now. And what next now in my mind? Something is moving in my mind. So I said some of few words which are, as I said yesterday also now, when I try to say other people, they will try to understand I am using here verb rules or not, but there some few verb and like that. So now we are there's a problem, some problems so we face because of that. You are reading. I have been, and you he has been. I have been clearing. Wow, I have been to watching to me and what I am doing, why you are worried, why what you are thinking, what I am doing. So now this is my time is my time now. I people they are understanding feelings. I'll try to say and why. Now I'll give to the word biscuits. Then I'll start my speaking again. And 2-3 packets biscuits I have taken. Then after giving the biscuit, then I'll start my speaking again. Okay, giving biscuits I have completed. Now I will start my again journey. So my speaking, if I but people they are thinking, they are understanding. Also, it is the original mind also now have come also now here. So many birds also now coming and they are also flying. Okay, now go and it. I think also now these birds. What happened? These birds. Okay, now okay it. Now I'm saying to you, I am saying to you, so people try to understand my words and my speaking. What I am speaking about this, and what I am talking about my thinking. People they will uh, how they will answer. So now I'll show to you how many birds, and there are so many birds. So many birds are so now they're so starting to eating, and okay, they are so eating. Now my thing is that today weather is something wrong. Weather is wrong. Weather is something wrong. I think so now first when I have come in this place, then when I started my journey, then I thought the rain may come. Then now sky is sky is getting fresh. Sky is getting fresh now. I think so now rain will not come. Rain will not come. Then may not come. Also not this lingers. So it is a very important thing that what what kinds of words will use and how the other people will understand. They are in their mindset. In their mindset, something they are so thinking, and which are words I know, and he will use like that. These are words he is using or not. He is using or not. But if he use them, so we will understand he is saying to about this. But in English language. It is a very easy. But when I started to when I started learning, there also now that time also now only after learning tense verb form and tense form, then I started to learning and reading books. Without reading books, you will never understand. This language feelings, this language philosophy. We also say, many people say to me now, you think that I'm so thinking that I am understanding not the people they judge the people they judge by their thinking, and the people judge by their thinking of what I am saying. But I said okay, now you just understand. Because of that, you understand yourself. First, you understand yourself, and first you understand your philosophy. Then you may understand my philosophy. And I saw everywhere. I see there are many philosophical things. All these things also happening. And another also now I will say to you, reduce your jaw and mouth, reduce your jaw and lip sync movement and lip sync. And why we do why we very use our lip sync movement, and what is the reason in our society, in our human being mindset. Their mindset is so very different. Because of that, why also because of that, previous times, so I couldn't understand my philosophy, my speaking time, what is happening, speaking and what happened, and what has been happening speaking times. Now I saw I understanding, and slowly that's also now I have come in this place for doing this practice because speaking, because of the time you will take so many breath, and breath will come out, breath will come out in your lungs, and lungs never will lungs didn't take and probably breath, and speaking to you need so much more breath. And this language is it needs so very it needs some breath power. With this breath power also make our the sound, and voice come out with this brain, breathing, and also thought accuracy, and the thought. And in our thought system, thought makes a voice. And how? And if we reduce, if we inhale or exhale all our breath, but thought in our thought couldn't work so perfectly. That's was in this language. I think that now this is a very important and very essential to take breath. In your health, in your lungs need to much more. If I say another word, it is a very important. You are take. You think that a car. If the car it has no petrol. It has no. That's a car. Has no any particular how the car will go. But breathing time, speaking time, we need much more breath. If we do not do this practice perfectly, our mouth and brain never so work. That's never ever you open your mouth so very high like this, and when the other people will just listen, and they are also listening by the why you will say to the others people, why you will started to shout it, but never ever you shouted, never you open or have much mouth. Then you can think that now I'm so feeling that. I was feeling that what kinds of the feelings is happening in my mind as my body, and so many words I can feel, I can say, so many feelings and thinking. I can say some of the feelings of the words, or and smoothly coming out from my mind, and smoothly coming out from my mouth, and this is the speaking. But we are people, so now we use our so language, and why, like this. If I asked you why you were speaking and why you think that other people will listen to your words, because of that you have your confidence, you are thinking that he will say something, others people will say to you good, but here is not our philosophy. Is that when you will do something, we think that he is very knowledgeable. We all time we try to spread out ourselves, our intelligence. We all time, and what now this word is very yes. I also, when I would go here, he doesn't know to me, but I try to understand to him, who am I and what I am doing. These are very odd things, very unpredictable things, but we are doing what we couldn't know. And some days later, some few months later, he will say, wonder also he had come here, but what he said in front of me, and his voice come out. There I couldn't understand what his, but here also another person's thing is in our mindset, sounding life, sounding life from many people. In our sounding life, many people so are there, and they always think that if I speak loudly, if I speak as loudly, the speakers people will understand. I'm so very honest people. Honesty is not. You are not to make your honesty by the speaking loudly speaking. But okay, and some words loudly means without. Like this, I'm so using without listening and without job moment. You try to do speak like this or what I'm saying. This type of the language is very correct and movement. And so one of the persons, American people, they try to say like this. You have to check or yeah. Air power, you use your power. Air means, if you don't take, if you don't take breath power, inhale systems are very important with the speaking times. I'm so thinking that, this type of words is very important, to know, very important, and reducing your feelings, reduce your job movement. I also couldn't understand this before now, to this now, and form. And yesterday and so now today, I just as a feel. But people, we all are people, so we all time through we try to understand to others people, but we never try to understand our mindself, our mind, what is happening, in our mind, in my mind, and what is happening, and we never try to say our fault, but we never try to do hard work. But without hard work, how can I earn money? This is our problem. Well, I also many people. So I think when I said to them also, you why not you start learning, and without learning, that means speaking. You need, and you so much need, and speaking very important, and important is important language. And language means, by the language you can express your emotion. By the language, you can express your emotion, and otherwise, you will say to the others people who they understand or not. It is the feelings of your mindset. But I say, that's why now I'm also doing this practice. I always say, even before I would say another word. Today, so I'm saying this, and then some few calls also I will say to you. I want to share with you Like when you focus on problem, you'll have more problem. When you focus on possibilities, you'll have more opportunities. These words, what I learned before. Every words, I had to say. When you focus on problem, you'll have more problem. When you focus on possibilities, you'll have more opportunities. Opportunities will come to your hands. So, every when you focus on problem, if I discuss this course, like everyone has problem. You have problem. I have problem, and you have obstacles. You have to cost. You have to pass your obstacles by the obstacles. And who has no any problem in his life? But they couldn't live. They couldn't know, and happiness is meaning. Also, if I live there, I'm so using and today my voice and from the thought because of this, we are God also has given to us our thought, but we are not using our thoughts very and properly and correctly. This is our by the born. Whether only we can allow this to speak, and after born is now, and 40 years and 48 years or now, and which way I learned what words, and by the I also never use this my throat. Now to this I am using my throat and what and how. Okay, now and then when you focus on problem, you'll have more problem. When you focus on possibilities, you'll have more opportunities. This was I'll pressure, but here in our books, many times I have found, and they also said and speak loudly, but why and how. Okay, and you speak loudly, but you couldn't, you cannot open your mouth, you cannot open the legs around. If it's a loud speaking cat, a cow, or there's some words like this around, you are learning another language, you're learning another language. As I say, these are the words, my words, another learning. Why another learning? You are saying another lens, and you will use your mouth like this. I'm so pressuring my thought. I'm so I'm so giving pressure on my thought because of that. This practice is very essential for me because now our mindset always our mind just always try to say and always try to say and always try to understand this what I'm saying in front of my some of the few people in front of some few people. So now I'm saying that okay now I'm saying through one words. If you can do, you also I'll think that you are very great and genius. If you don't, that's many words by the your vocal times on speaking time, which are words will work. You also don't know what I also know, and what is your philosophy, what is your mindset. But no, I know, and I also say this words again. I said when you focus on problem, you'll have more problem. When you focus on possibilities, you'll have more opportunities. These are you have problem, I have problem, he has problem. All our people, they also grow up by this problem. But without problem, nobody can grow up. Nobody can grow up without problems. By the problems, and another thing is, every time we have to face our problem, lots of problems in our society. We are all time facing, and we are all time trying to solve our problem. Problem are their main problem, and how you will understand and how you will solve. If you do not understand use problem, you cannot solve. You cannot try. You never are. You cannot. Find out your problem, you cannot find out your solution. So like that now I'm still thinking that as a huge problem. And another course which I'll join with this course now, another problem your problem is not your problem, your reaction is problem. So all time I think my dear friends, my friends, my juniors and seniors, all are my dignitaries, all are my respected people, all are my respected persons are here and present. I always respect them. But now here is our education system. I think as my philosophy and why and how I understand and what I am doing. Okay, now another course, I'll try to say with your what's wrong, Manikan by House. This course, written by Abdul Kalam, Star Manikan by House, but at home, Manikan by book but not knowledge. Money can buy bed but not sleep. Money can buy blood but not save life. Money can buy insurance but not life. You see that money is not everything. You see money is not everything. These are the words, and so you think these words are no, on my way, on my way, on my way. This is the practice. That is one of the persons, or great persons, who said these words until you get find out yourself, until you get find out yourself, you try to learn. Because of that, which words, any types of the sentences we can say. Like, I say poetry like is a painting. Poetry like is a painting. Poetry is a painting. Poetry is a painting. It is poetry is a painting. It can feel rather than sin. It can feel. We can feel poetry. Poetry is a painting. We can feel without sin. But another words. If I say this word, painting is like poetry. It is sin. It is sin. It is sin rather than felt. It is sin rather than felt. This is also one thing that I found, and we are people. We are the simple people, but common people. We never want to do hard work. Hard work means, when you do hard work, you have to join with your mindset. Some of the another words like this. I'm so thinking that this speaking is very very hard work. I also developed myself. I also developed myself in my thing, thought, idea, all of this, and I after working this, after knowing these words, this type of the words, and 2-3 days ago, when I understand this the feelings of my why we never think that I have to speak there. So speaking time our throat mouth that's not working. And I said, what? I think every time I think when if I forget, but and forget, and why will you forget? But we are not this using radios or jolly things. So that's why we try to think that I'm so forgetting. Not. And forgetting is not very easy. Forgetting is not if you think that and how. Like this, by the reading, and by the thinking, and by the reading, and by the knowing, and if I said these things, you are knowing. You are knowing, you know many things. But if I say how, you will use your knowing words. How you will use your knowing words, and it is a thing of your mindset, how you'll understand them before. So, my dear friends, all of you, I always say this: first you read, and sometimes reading, and then you have to speak. But you have to fix. And one of the persons said, "Yes, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Practice doesn't make perfect." And another person said, "Perfect practice makes you a perfect person." But here, that is some. There was, I think, okay, rain. Okay, if rain comes, what will happen? Nothing will happen. If rain comes, what will happen? Nothing will happen. But I think I have taken my raincoat with me. Also have taken my raincoat, but beside this language, it is called chronology. Chronological language. This language is chronological language. Also, no, this is not because of why I am so learning, because in my society now today, I'm thinking that that means when you will try to do great things, and great things will come to your mind. We think that automatically your mindset will change. But also many times I observe, but I cannot change because of that. Now this English is so very important language. But if I say, other people also say to me that you change. These are boys, and how and why. But you, and one thing is very very interesting things now I found in my society because of that. Okay, and what things I want to know. I want to know what things if I think something I am speaking. I'm so doing this practice. One person uh, one person has come, and he told me he is giving some advice to me. But he is saying to me, he is saying to me, you don't reduce your lips and jaw movement. He said, okay, but I never believed to him because of that. If you know this jaw movement and lips movement, and why not you do? This is my problem. And it's my problem. I never believe to him. I never can believe to him because of that. If he would have known, if he would have known, why not he does? Why not he does? Why not he does? There is our problem. But some people, so they think when your mindset, when your mindset will be grow, and your mindset will be developed. So then others people will say something, for developing to you. But then you can't believe them. Okay, they know, but they are believers, and they can. But if they would have, my problem is there's if he would have known, if he would have known. Okay, now he knew. I mean, he knew these things. Why not? He does, but he will say, I didn't get time. But it is not that. But speaking, that means every person's need. Every person needs speaking. But I also say you also need so much more speaking time. You also understand your feelings. And why? I don't know when I started my making video. I saw would come also for many days now to do and to think how and why. But I always search myself. I always find out something new things, new idea. How can I join with my words? How can I join with my whole words like this and national practice and job practice, mouth practice, many things. I know, and when I started reading, common people speaking for common people speaking for like these 3 words. I remember one of those great minds and embarrassment, small minds. There's all times are there available in our so there's many types of people or there also now. And I also one thing previous I understand one thing previous when I started making videos that time my mouth wasn't working because of that way, because of that when I would say when I would complete when I would complete like this 20 or 30 minutes, then I would think oh, now my voice and my mind is working, but it is not here. And why the answer is not I have found this answer. We are because we are after becoming tired, our mouth brain will work so forcefully. But here also, if you do not use, if you reduce your thought and another, if you reduce your jaw and lips movement, that means I also have some ball with this balls because I should say, but I'm saying there's so many words on audio and say coming out from my words. These are this understanding feelings. So good things are so many. They are using so many words and scene by scene. But we can we and what is the problem between us and they can speak so very smoothly and why I cannot speak very smoothly and what is the reason. Then so I find out these words okay, these are feelings is only in my mind, in my mindset. I don't know. Like I also have taken so many prayers. There's okay, these are the words very, very important. But speaking time, you have to remember this. One of the three now this picture I have to do. I have to do 2-3 months. And then I'll get comfortably. I will speak this comfortably. I have to do this. I have to remember these words very carefully. And what I know, it is not better. But if you open your, if you open your jaw and lips, there's no hidden secrets, hidden secrets behind the language, hidden secrets behind the language. I also find out and by the saying others people, I never believe, but I always ask I have some problem, but another person saying to you draw. I don't know, when I was in my art college and when I was study time, many artists would say to me, now you can do. But I asked myself, if you know, and it is my big problem in my life. I couldn't understand and what. But why you are giving to advice to me? I will find out my way. And if you know these things, you are trying to help me. But if you know, and why not you do? And first you do, then you say to other people. But otherwise, never ever you say to me as nothing. But there is my answer. And I always try to do. I find out myself. That's why I couldn't go quickly. But this is my slow journey. And one of the stories I remember. This is a hare and tortoise. And what happened? This and the tortoise means always tortoise, they find out themselves, and they always think that I have to do cross my way. Other people by that they are saying, by that they are helping. But if you know better than me, and why not you do? Why not you do? This is my big problem, and I don't understand. This is my problem or another problem, and some few friends, I have, they're also doing job, but and I couldn't do, I couldn't. Also, I'm not getting job. I'm not getting job. That's and people they're getting job. People so getting job, getting job. Friends, they will advise to me. But what I'm a freelance artist, and I'm so thinking that it is free, and I want to be free, and my minds and freelance artist is very. Some many people so they will say freelance artist, but if you 100% free, if you think that you are free, that means what? But you have to free your mindset. You have to free your value system and price system. You have to free when you will get free. Then you will say as a freelancer artist. But there is, I also in previous I couldn't understand this freelancer artist meaning. There's today I also think that it is the free means my painting has no price, and I just living for. I just living for so I just wanted to earn some money for living. I never think that who will give me much more money and what paintings will give. I never think that when some days this is my face. And today I'm feeling that before like this 1 kilometer milestone before my speaking I would have very tired, and what happened? What happened? 1 kilometer milestone. Yeah. Nothing happened. So I saw PBS making video. I would feel very tired. Now today's no answer feeling so very good and very smoothly. I'm so feeling big. I also use my mouth, and even if I open my lips and mouth, then I couldn't feel so very smoothly. Now, my dear friends, all the time I say to myself, many things, many times, and practice makes you perfect, and perfect makes you a perfect person. But many things, many idea, many things, many ideas from many people so they have, but they will give the advice. I also say it is very easy to give information to other people, but it is very difficult to make opportunity for the others people. It is very difficult to make the other people for the very and there is ours. I said this other words other people listen what I am saying. So and they couldn't understand me what I am saying, what I am thinking. Their mindset is so very so very was incredible mindset, but intelligence. Okay, so the words. And so now my words are there's you and other people understand what and who I don't understand them. There's some I never think that their feelings is so very not good, but yeah, and I think it is and hot. As I said, this thing, this feelings, and why. But I always had to find out myself because of that. If I couldn't find out myself and understand, but I think God has made everything. God, we also everything made by the but because God means God means if I said God thinks we couldn't think that everything. That's what we say God. God means we couldn't measure God feelings, and that's why it says God is the very God things. How you will measure to myself. You think that your mindset and my mindset is so very difficult and different. This was not your mindset. My mindset is so very different. So very different. Your mindset is my mindset is so very different. Why? And I also said to myself, and I always had to find out myself. This is the answer. But many people so they give advice because they think I am so suffering, and then they also all the time they think they are thinking that in my mind some of the words are coming because of that they think they are successful than me, and I think I'm so successful than you. and some of the letters, my feelings will go with me, and then they will say, what things, what learn I learned, and he is going through so many highway. He is running through highway, and his feelings will going like they're better than me, and he is working so many works and hard works better than me. They will say some of the letters. It is the very true thing, some of the things that is and has affected. So now I'll say another story that I have to say. This is the story of my belief on the spectacles. When like this around, and previous practice when I would do my practice, I would get tired. But today automatically I'm doing this practice, automatically some of the words are coming to from my mouth automatically, and in a breath there are so many words that I can say, and particularly these are the words of my experience thinking also. So I think I would think, how can I learn this language very quickly and perfectly, and people they are trying to understand by their own way, but my words are not for their own way. If they can understand, so sometimes they can understand what I am saying, but they feel that they are listening, but by the listening, they can understand what I am saying, and why, and why, and why I'm also doing these words. Because of that now, I also get a find out for myself this inhale and exhale breathing exercise, and you have to do otherwise nothing else. Before, so when I would come now, I would think by the walking is very common thing, but here is one thing that I found. But you take some breath, but you never use your breathing power. So we also this our body also now. Fuel means our fuel is our ear, or how you are using your ear, how you are using your breath. This is the feelings of how this is mindset and philosophy of the language. I said philosophy of the language, and what others will say things okay, and I heard many people, and when I would say before my mouth would not work so very smiley. My mouth was not so smiley, and now to the I'm feeling and my mouth automatically creating smiling because there's I also have found these words, but because there's one of the my problem was like there's I so see because in our society so many people, so they are all time they try to do help to us, but if you actually their self opposite and their reaction will be the opposite, because they're now, and so if you say to them, if if you know this technique, and why not you do, and first you do, then after you give advice to other people. But if you know and this was the correct, and why not you do. But something is wrong. What I'm so learning, I'm so trying to do 1,000, 3,000 words, but when if I do some mistakes, 1 or 2 words you will catch, but okay, but you can say to me or I should did my mistake, there is not the mind. I'll say this is not the my mistake. But and another thing, I'll give you to example. This is the my mind is working, and but when you give this exam, but you don't, you never can say to you have gotten all of these numbers 100%. But some people they also they have gotten some 100 to 80, 100 to 80. In 100 they got in 100 they got some of percent 80, and you said, why not you have given to and why not you have taken some 20 numbers and what, but speaking terms, you think when you will when you will do some mistake 2, 3 words, and others people will say, oh, here's like this, my intelligence like this, and there is so many things, where our mindset our mindset has so different mindset, but people all times on they try to give advice to us, but I never try to understand their thinking. I always say, if you understand yourself, why not you do? You also try to do yourself, then you say to the other people. But here, if I say to some of the people, I think some days later, some people will say to me, but I always think that who will be my friends. I always wanted to make some friends, but they. But I never think that people they never think, one of my friends, I have other friends, and some want to see friends, I always would say something, but their mindset is so very a poor mindset. That's why they didn't take. And which was it is the not the it is not fault there, it is fault my fault, but I couldn't listen to them, I couldn't understand them. That's why I have gotten lots of the hurt. I have gotten lots of the hard things. They always try to give her to us because that's what I say. Okay. Uh, and my dear friends, all of us, you also know, fine, if you, there's a hidden secrets of this our language. This language is very, very interesting language. I also say many times, all times, when I say this language, by the language, you can develop your mindset, you can develop your vocabulary, you can develop everything, everything. And I said, no, whenever you do another things, and I said, okay, you have, like, I said, if you have everything, everything, you have lots of got money, you also have got lots of money, but by the money, what you do, and something like that, you think that, oh, I couldn't do this nothing, he is, but if I would have done, if I would do this practice, by the practice, my speaking would go so high. There's, okay, just. So my friends, all times I also say try to find out myself. Why not? I can speak what is the problem? What is the problem? I always try to find out myself. What is the reason behind this language? But why? But nobody can answer. And how many times you have, and how you will understand, how you will find out this all of this speaking skills about the speaking skill. But no, our society. In our society, a lot of people they do not understand this language system, language philosophy. But many people so they think if I know this way, this system, and by the grammar. So grammar is important for English language. Without grammar, you cannot. Say nothing was wrong. If you try to say wrong, I wanted to wrong words not will come to your mind. And some people say they think what you said, what I don't know, and there's many options will come. But I saw leave all my friends. Now some of the thing in my mindset, some of the feelings, always. Uh, going out and coming out, going out and coming out, going out and coming out. That's why I try to say these are words. I wanted to catch these words, and I tried to say these words. And one of my friends, also some dyslexia, he told me, now I think, one who will say there's so many problems in our society, and how, and if I said to them, they never understand my words. Because of that, I think, sometimes I want to agree to fight with myself. I'm so preparing myself, and these are many things. If I okay now, I so think that I want to share one of the story. This story is a very interesting story. One of the villagers, like one of the villager, he was very illiterate. The villager and Speckles, this is my story's name. Villager and Speckles, and he was very illiterate. He didn't go to school. He always would think that he also wanted to like read. Uh, for other people, and how they are reading. He didn't go to school. He didn't know. His education was not nothing. But okay. And people they think people by the spectacles they're really reading. His thinking was like that. He thought and thought, if I have spectacles, I also can read like these people. Then one day he thought, he will go to the market, and he will buy one of the spectacles. Well, he didn't. Uh, he couldn't understand because he couldn't understand. Okay, now one day he went to the market, and he entered a spectacle shop. One day he went to the market, entered a spectacle shop. Then he asked to the shopkeeper, brother, can you give me some spectacles for reading and writing? Then the shopkeeper, he has given to him. He gave to him some spectacles for reading and writing. Also now, and with a book, also now he has given to him. But okay, then also now. He started reading, but some days later he told the shopkeeper, and I couldn't read nothing. Your spectacles are all are useless. But what is the matter? But and then few minutes later, the shopkeeper couldn't stop his laughing, and he laughed out on him at him by the seeing, and he said, "No, why you are laughing, and why you said, but no, you say first of all, why you said my spectacles are very useless, and which book was given to him." And this book was upside down in his hand, and he saw by the he saw this book was upside down. That's why so he thought he laughed out at him. But then he said, I think, no, okay, I understand your problem. You didn't go to school. Yeah, he also said, yes, I didn't go to school, but that's sort of no. I want to I want to read like others people, and why not you give me? There's no there is the problems now he has also given to his mother. Okay, now so now I'm just saying so I'll just sit here so some few 2 minutes because of that now if I read and after some days later so some days later so now I have to say something in front of the audience, but which are words and which way I have to say, but no, who will say, who will give me advice? Well, no, nobody can say to, so no, you do this because you do this, you should do first. But no, I'm still living for me. I should say, you know, it is the main thing, you know. But I never, I said just feeling this for living, and for living, I want to earn money. I want to do something from my art. I want to sell to the other people. But for living, I want to. But I never get. I never wanted to get so many much more money. But I think I want to do something. I want to learn something, and these are my feelings. And if the other people they give to them much money, it is not my thing. So, okay, they can give me. So, it is the feelings of my sand, my mind. So that's why no, I feel so no. Okay, and I have come here. I have come in this world for living. I never want to do some bad work and good work and harmful work. But I always wanted to do read and books and live your life and with your be happy and be healthy with your family. And if you're healthy, if your children, if you don't, if you cannot be healthy, if your children and your wife, I think also now your minds, your physically also now you cannot healthy because I always try to do try to do keep I always try to keep myself first healthy, and I always say Sadhguru, if I do not live if I do not keep healthy myself, if I do not keep if I do not keep healthy myself and other people, so how can I say to them? So there's a thing, but there's and something like that. So, and these are the feelings of myself. And the artist, they can say many things, they can do many things. Their feelings is very, very different things. We cannot say to them. So now. We cannot say nothing. So their mindset is so very different mindset. I should say their mindset. But and by the story also now after he says no, okay, why not you? Then now first of all, and the friends shopkeeper said to him, my dear friends, now will I give you advice? And he says, okay. Now you give me some advice. And then shopkeeper said to him, but before I want one words know and understand some of these letters, know what would happen. So then, so he advised to him. He had advised to him. First of all, you learn some of the you learn. First of all, now I have to go this hospital, and also he said my boy, now first of all you learn yourself. First of all you learn first you learn read and write. Then after you buy and spectacles help you for to see better. Spectacles never help you to read and write. Spectacles never helps. Spectacles never helps to you for reading and writing. Spectacles helps you to read and write. This was not the good words, not I found. I should say another way. Spectacles and don't help you read and write. Spectacles, plural forms. Spectacles don't help you read and write. Spectacles help you for to see better. spectacles help you to see better. This was my said, by the okay now. I'm so thinking that by the words, by the sentences, and I think I practice. I have to do practice by if I don't pay practice, what will happen? I so many times because one was I think I thought and thought before what I would have done before, like before I would have done before I would do like without eating which day I didn't take this any food at night, but next day I would say many things whatever, and so very quickly, but not to do so I think without putting without noting automatically a sentence will come to mouth, but here's the secrets of just I found that the secrets you never open your mouth because of when we feel the quickly and weakness gives us to feel our words not to come. So because of that now, to those I'm still feeling that by the words. I can say many things. Okay, now you can answer some of the questions I have found artists. But what things exist me, and what things like this? Why we get afraid? Why we get and what things are very fear things. And who will say because of that? Also there's so many terrible people. They are so hidden in our society, but we never can think that I am very great than other people. I am very intelligent than other people. But people, they are not living. People, they are not understanding myself. And I think sounds later they will understand. But I am trying to do. I am trying to do something better than others things. What I never did. I wanted to do something interesting things. And that's I have taken this education learning because of that. I think and these are my feelings. If I learn this English language, if I can say so very quickly, then I could do and I would learn. I would do. I can do something different in my life, but people will laugh at me, and so these are my feelings. I think by the language, and I can say many things. Finally, okay, no, that is tick. I said, no, it's tick. Okay, no, what you wanted to give me, you can give me. This is my feelings. I wanted to give you. I want to give you, and for the as I said, my feelings is comes so very quickly, and there are many things, many ideas on how it works. When I try to read myself, and then when I try to do my when I would go, but if I when I do, I think that by the language, it makes me fun. So I think it is a very simple way. It's very simple. It's not a very simple rule. It has taken. I already. It has taken 50 years. But by the 50 years now, so I am still learning. Every time so I think that when I would go to my morning work, I would say by myself, and the people would say to me and what I am so doing or I am so thinking, and because that's my thing is so very different than them. And in previous times when I finishing times of video, I could say many words, many things, but there's so another quotes I've said some few courses very important. So let me discuss ideas, development, discuss events, and more discuss people. I think some this is very nice, and this base also has this base was made for me. This base was this base has made this breeze has made for me. For me, this breeze has made for me as God is I said God, by the God's thing. But I think others people they cannot say, they cannot do nothing. I'm so thinking some of these letters. I do. I think this language is not so developing because of this. I want to get lost. I get lost my fear. I want to get lost my fears. I never think that what the others will think. I also free. I want to do, and what things I think every time so I try to do get myself understand this is my painting. So you live in myself. What type. So now I think my friends now this is my feelings of this, my ideas, something that coming in my mind, and some of the philosophy of our mindset, and why, and for the reason, why, and what the reason is that over the speaking times, we audience we use some of the speaking times, some days I got some high court philosophy also very tired because of that now. So that's now I'm feeling so very happy without breathing. So and how many times you can stay your breath in your inhale system. If your inhale system is so very good, you can speak it so smoothly. You can speak it so smoothly. Otherwise, never ever you speak not the work because of that. Now I also think that and I so all the times I think that I can feel something. I'll do some. I'll do. I want to do because our mouths like this all times I feel. But I never want to do because how can I say how can I do this is the practice, but the practice never will come. So there's something will happen. But I'll do another practice in my home, which is sitting. How many times I can say in a day or so all along. I'll try to say like this around. This is my feelings now. And one of the persons, Mr. Pierce, he has found himself, myself trying to find myself, and these words, and these ways, you can say, you can understand your feelings, and whatever thing, what the others will say, what the others will do, your feelings and minds will come to your hands. There's very big things, very big and big motivation will come. But others will move for the others. We people, we always really think that others will what they will say. I said, no. I said, what you never wait for the others will. But you learn. You learn. You're in front of the final, go through here and there. Every time when I use my words in front of every person, and what will happen? There's many things. It may be good. It may be not good or no. It is by the feelings we can understand many things and happening, but here there's something that happened, some feelings. Will something wrong after going through my home. Then I had to do some work. I had to do some work, some by the works and by the learn by the system, and that makes me very good. And when I said to that, when I'll think that this way, but today I'm trying to say, but never ever you feel that what is your psychology. Also said my philosophy, my thinking and my speaking and other things, and their mindsets, my mindsets is so very different because of that. How I suffer in my place. There was nothing. So many perverted. Our society made by so perverted people, perverted society in our society. Also, we say this our society is made by so gambler odds, but and there's many freebooter. Also said this many times ago now, and in our northeast culture is very so dangerous, and these cultures made by the freebooter. All times they come, they entered our house, and they said they will take some money, and by the daytime also they can come also, but and nowadays one things happening behind your backside. They will attack to you behind your backside, and how, and they will notice to you with others persons, others person, they will send you another house, and they will take all of this information by the others people. Then they will do another things, and how they will do their work. We people couldn't understand because of that. By our God also now, by the God they are so doing. We are observing this also now. They are so we are worshipping for our living very healthy. But some people they are so making some plan for adding ones, but we never can understand. So by them, there's some so many problems are there. Available, so many problems are there. So it is a very perverted situation. And there was we artists, we are artists. We all think that, but and another thing is, you said in our society how. Now I am so giving you an example. I am giving an example. Just to listen carefully on what's happened. In also there is many places and many and election time and festival time like this is Durga Puja. We celebrate. You also know all our world also know the festival of this Durga Puja. Then so Durga Puja festivals are so many, and they will make some plan and we'll do some pendant like this. And behind the person, in our in our village also, some of the artists also here, and why not we do, why not we can say to them, why not we also can say to him, but he he is working, so he's thinking, and they will use by their fake they will use, and artists also know they can think, they will give me some money, and by the, and I'm an artist, but what, and I'll do, but after doing this, your sense, your work, all this will go like this fake way, and fake preparation, fake, fake way, fake things, and why I'll do these fake things. Then I actually I never would go, but sometimes would I would have I would have gone, and I never gone to them. I never gone to them. I always they would come in my house, and some things, if I do not feel is good, then I would say no, I cannot do, I cannot do. But some few political persons, so they would come, but there are the many things. Artists, they cannot artists, they cannot be politics. Artists, they cannot be a politician, and because of that now, if he, but it is the meditation of his works and his thinking, his life, how he will live his life. But people there do not understand this. No, I also think that you also can think that I'm thinking that how can I live my life? And one of the persons who said, जिसको जीने का हुनर आता है वो किसी मोहताज की फिक्र नहीं करते, जिसका जीने की हुनर आता है वो किसी मोहताज की फिक्र नहीं करते. This also says जो can who lives, who can live like this, something. So I have got something there. There's some. Okay, okay. I'll take this. Then I will some after I have got something that I'll feel that I don't know what will happen. So nothing. This is my favorite product. Now I have gotten. Okay, this is the now, and I'll take and I'll give to the other people, and these are the feelings of my set where I get. I don't know. There's many things, many people, so they come at night in space, but and one thing, I my sense was like, I feel that I always think that who can live, and they can live better, and we are all people, so we are living by our work, by our thinking. But when you will make, your way, on your way, when you will make your own way, that makes some troubles. And one of the great persons said that is unless your paintings makes troubles, it is not good. And one of the like this now, I'm sure the old person, so he is watching to me, and how and why, and his looking style is so very nice and cute. I said to myself, my dear friends, all times, you can understand to me what I am saying. You are not understand. He is observing to me, and okay. I said, people, they never will understand to you. People all times, so they think, what he is saying is about me. So I think, this language, my language. But in our philosophical language, philosophical ideas, all things you can do. So this my practice today. Today's practice is very nice, and also say to myself, do good for others, it will come back unexpected way. Never ever think that what the others will say. Bye bye, goodbye, have a nice day.